Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 16. Wow, this is our last week together. Oh my goodness. I always like the classes that I teach, of course, but I've really especially enjoyed working with you guys and really getting to know you better. It's been a lot of fun for me, so I want to thank you for that. And I also have appreciated your perseverance and staying strong till the end. You guys are doing a great job. Okay, so what do we have to wrap up? So our DQ this week is really asking about living our values in the workplace and using our unique gifts. Okay, so in my workplace, people do know that I'm a Christian. The cross is kind of a giveaway, so that's a little obvious. But I do also discuss things that are going on in my church with coworkers. I let people know about Easter services, Christmas Eve services. One of the predominant religions here in Salt Lake City doesn't have really special services on those days. So, I make sure that people are invited, feel welcome, that kind of thing. The other thing is that as a staff nurse, a nurse manager, nurse director, I would definitely also make myself available to pray with patients or family members if that was appropriate. And I felt pretty comfortable doing that and just letting them know that that is available. If they're going through a hard time, just got bad news, going into surgery, different things like that. And then I really just tried to live my values with dealing with tough situations. It's not uncommon for me to pray before meeting with maybe a parent or a staff member who's a little challenging. I pray for patience and for things to go well. And I'm also quite insistent on honesty, transparency, those kind of things. How do you live your values at work? What does that look like? And I'm not just talking about Christian values, but your values, your belief system, that sort of thing. How do you incorporate that in your work setting? The second part of the DQ is about attributes you bring to your organization, right? So I work a lot with parents, both listening to them and providing them with a lot of education. I do that all the time, every day, but a lot of it is with parents. And because I'm the parent of a child who had some learning disabilities, I think I can empathize with more with parents of special education students with special needs. I think that helps. Also, my peds acute care and home care experience definitely comes in handy. I think what makes the most difference, though, is that one of my core beliefs, values, philosophy, something like that, is I really want to seek my parents' perspective. I really want to know where they're coming from. And then I really want to work towards a win-win situation. I'm not one of those kind of people who say, this is policy, this is the way it is, we cannot do what you want. I really work hard to try to be creative. So what professional attributes will you be bringing to improve learning, development, the education realm, either where you are or where you hope to be? Okay. I know that some of these questions, these discussion questions, are a bit repetitive at times because we've talked about like strengths and things like that you'll bring to the workplace. But I will let you know that due to student and faculty feedback, many of the discussion questions in this course have all been revised. So I was just talking to one of the faculty members who was involved with that, and I also attended a curriculum meeting where that was discussed. So I do really appreciate that GCU tries to elicit feedback and then actually works on it and takes it seriously. So that's kind of exciting for me as a faculty member. On that note, I would really appreciate if you would fill out the end of course survey. There's some questions about GCU, there's some questions about me, there's some questions about materials, and so all that feedback is really quite helpful to both myself and the university. So I would appreciate that. My lighting just went out. Glad it's still bright out so you can see me. All right. Please look. Oh, please look carefully at the final assignments. I went over them in last week's video, but all of you have your NEPD forms back, and I did write in the faculty section, so if you had already completed your 150 hours, I provided written information about what I wanted you to address for that last NEPD submission. And then, of course, you have evaluations that just all need to be in by the end of the course, your screenshots, your Typhon hours, the different parts of the NEPD form, the regular fill it out for topic 8, and then where you evaluate the completion of your overall practicum goals, right? Okay. All right, guys, I'm really proud of all that you have accomplished. You've really done a great job in this course, and I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, wish you so much success after you graduate. I'll see you in the main forum.